Hey there, folks. Or as my vampire buddies like to say, hey there, walking blood banks. You know, immortality isn't all it's cracked up to be. Think about it, you're stuck in the same phase of life, forever. No white hair, no wrinkles, no need for anti-aging creams. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. You're also stuck with the same troubles, forever. For instance, job hunting. Oh, the horror. Ever tried getting a night job without a social security number? Imagine the conversation. So, when were you born? 1469. Excuse me? Yes, you heard right. I said 1469. I was there when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, watched the first man walk on the moon, and survived every season of the Kardashians. I've seen it all, kid. And you'd think with centuries of experience I'd be overqualified for everything, right? Wrong. I see you've worked in, let's see, blacksmithing, candle making, horse carriage driving. How exactly does this qualify you to be a data analyst? Well, when you put it like that, then there's the issue of references. Can we contact your previous employer? Sure, if you have a seance board and a medium handy. Let's just say it's hard to keep a professional network when your contacts keep dying of old age. Interviews are a whole other beast. So why did you leave your last job? Well, they started noticing I wasn't aging, and it got a little awkward when the CEO's great-great-grandson started calling me grandpa. And don't get me started on the questions about gaps in employment. So there's a 100-year gap here in the 1600s, care to explain? You know, just took a little me time, did some light traveling, and survived the plague. I guess being an immortal vampire is a bit like being stuck in a never-ending loop of job hunting and awkward, boring interviews. But hey, at least vampires got youthful looks, right? I mean, vampires age like a fine wine in a cellar away from sunlight. And dating? Forget about swiping left. Try explaining why you can't meet for brunch. You know, sunlight, vampire, sizzle, sizzle, poof. Not exactly a great first impression. People tell me, try online dating, it's all the rage. So I downloaded the app, filled out my profile. Likes, long walks on the beach, after sunset, dislikes, garlic, holy water, and wooden stakes. You wouldn't believe how many matches I got with Buffy fans. Then comes the awkward part, scheduling. Everyone's free for lunch, coffee, maybe a movie. But no, I have to be the weirdo asking, how about we meet at midnight by the cemetery? That doesn't sound creepy at all, right? I mean, imagine the conversation. So, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a night auditor. Wow, that sounds interesting. Yeah, it's a dead-end job, but it has its perks. Like what? Well, I don't tan easily. And let's talk about first dates. Candlelit dinner? Great, I love candles. But when the waiter comes by asking if we'd like the special, I have to be that guy who's like, no garlic, please. Then my date thinks I'm some health freak. Oh, you're on that low garlic diet too? Yeah, something like that. Then there's the whole who pays debacle. Sure, I'm old-fashioned, but my cash is literally old-fashioned. Sir, we don't accept currency from the 1800s. But it's a silver dollar. And don't get me started on goodnight kisses. It's hard to be romantic when you're worried about your fangs coming out. Oh, don't mind those. I just have really pointy teeth. Finally, you think you've found someone who gets it. They're nocturnal, they love your pale complexion, they don't mind your aversion to garlic. But then you find out they're a goth. Suddenly you're not mysterious, you're just a really committed goth with a strict curfew. Let's talk about dietary restrictions. Everyone's vegan or gluten-free these days. Try being on a liquid diet for eternity. It's like being on a juice cleanse that never ends. And folks, it's not the tasty, fruity kind of juice we're talking about here. No sir, it's the bold, iron-rich, type-specific kind. Now you might be thinking, hey, isn't it easy to find your type? I mean, with all these dating apps, surely there's one for blood types, right? Wrong. Believe me, I've tried. Blood Mingle was a bust. It turns out AB positive loves long walks on the beach, doesn't quite have the same ring to it. And let's not even get started on the whole farm-to-table trend. For us, it's more like vein to fang. You think your free-range, grass-fed beef is hard to source? Try finding a sustainably raised, non-GMO, free-range human who's okay with being a midnight snack. It's a logistical nightmare. Then there's the coffee shop conundrum. You know how you feel when you ask for that dairy-free, sugar-free, joy-free latte? Now imagine asking the barista, can I get a tall, no-foam, extra hot, O negative, please? The look of confusion quickly turning into terror is priceless. and forget about getting that loyalty card stamp. Meal prep? Oh, it's a whole different ballgame for us. It's not about portion control or counting calories, it's about matching blood types and RH factors. And let me tell you, those Tupperware containers don't come in blood bag size. And the health benefits? Well, they're through the roof. High iron, low carbs, zero sugar, it's a superfood really. Makes your skin glow, literally, in the dark. But, you know, it's an acquired taste. So, next time you're feeling down about your gluten-free bread or your kale smoothie, spare a thought for us night crawlers. Because as they say, you are what you eat. Or in our case, who you eat. You think asking for almond milk at a coffee shop gets you looks? Fitness is a nightmare. Everyone's into CrossFit, but for us it's just CrossFit. Yes, you heard it right, folks, it's not easy to break a sweat when you don't have a pulse. But do we let that stop us? No way. We're undead, not unfit. Imagine hitting the gym only to find it's filled with crosses. That's like you walking into a room full of spiders, snakes, and your exes. Not pretty, is it? And let me tell you, there's nothing more humiliating than hissing at the sight of a kettlebell because it's shaped like a tiny cast iron crucifix. Then there's the whole daylight savings thing. It's like the universe is personally messing with our workout schedule. You think it's hard to get up for a 5 a.m. spin class? Try scheduling a midnight Pilates session. That's right, we're doing planks while you're catching Z's. And let's not even get started on protein shakes. You ever try to blend a steak? It's messy. And the juice cleanse trend? Yeah, we got that covered. We're on a permanent one. It's called the blood bank cocktail. You might have heard of it? And then there's the swimming. The garlic in the water is a real killer. Not to mention the holy water in the showers. It's like showering with acid. Talk about exfoliating. As for yoga, well, we don't exactly breathe, so the whole inhale-exhale thing is a bit of a challenge. But hey, at least we always nail the corpse pose. Oh, and treadmills? They're a death trap. Nothing gets the heart racing, metaphorically of course, like jogging towards a big screen sunrise. It's like running on a conveyor belt to hell. And running on a treadmill watching the sunrise? That's not a workout, it's a suicide mission. So, folks, next time you're complaining about your gym routine, spare a thought for us vampires. We're just trying to keep our cold, dead hearts pumping. Figuratively, of course. And pets? I got a dog. Thought it'd be nice, you know? A little company during those long, lonely nights. But let me tell you, the complications of pet ownership take a whole new level when you're a vampire. First, there's the issue of playing fetch after sunset. You toss the ball, it disappears into the night, and your dog returns with a confused look, like he's wondering why you'd throw away a perfectly good ball. Then there's the bat situation. You know, the classic vampire party trick of turning into a bat. My dog, bless his heart, thinks it's the best game ever. Oh look, Master's a toy now. Before I know it, I'm being chased around the park, a bat-sized squeaky toy for my overly enthusiastic canine. And let's not even talk about the times I've ended up hanging from a tree branch while he's down there tail wagging, thinking he's won the doggy lottery. I spend nights hanging from branches while he barks his head off. In conclusion, being a vampire isn't just about the nightlife and the eternal youth, it's about adapting to the modern world, with its sunlight-filled Zoom calls and daytime business hours. Now you might think that turning into a bat is a pretty cool party trick, and it is, until you're in a Zoom meeting and you sneeze. Did you know that a vampire's sneeze is like a human hiccup? Yeah, neither did I until I found myself hanging upside down from my office lamp during a company-wide presentation. Picture this, your boss is talking about synergy and you're just hanging there upside down, trying to act natural. No, Janet, I'm not a bat, I'm doing yoga, it's for my posture. And then you try to fly off, but you forget you're still wearing your headphones. So there you are, dangling from your headphones like a bat piñata. And maybe, just maybe, learning to laugh at yourself when you accidentally turn into a bat during a Zoom meeting.